and greater than. So, oh boy, solving inequalities is the same as solving an equation, almost. So, Brian, you want to get x by itself on one side. So it's pretty much the same thing as solving the equation. So what's my first step? Plus 1. Whoops. Plus 1. Okay. What's my second step? Divide by 2. Okay. So the answer, though, notice I brought down the less than symbol. That's part of the answer. Excellent. Remember how I had you guys graph that yesterday? So open circle. We'll graph a few of these, not all of them, but we are graphing a little bit today. Yeah.
Isn't it like if there's like a negative and the sign switches?
Right. So if there was a negative, if you ever have to multiply or divide by a negative, the inequality switches.
But not add and subtract?
Not add and subtract, no. So on this one, for example, if I subtract 4, and then, okay, this is when it happens. If you divide by a negative, or multiply by a negative, the inequality is going to switch. So it's going to become greater than or equal to becomes less than or equal to. Got it? You guys remember that from last year? There's something I was going to say and I forgot what it was. Hopefully it wasn't important. Or maybe I'll remember it later, maybe. I remember what it was. Okay. On this one, I'll make that 11. If I add 5, I get 2x negative 6. So what will my final answer be on this one?
X is less than or equal to 2.
Okay. The inequality did not switch. Why did the inequality not switch on this one? Okay.
So 2 is positive.
Okay, I divided by positive 2. So it doesn't matter that that's negative. It's if you multiply or divide by a negative. Alright, so that tricks people. Alright, number 1. Since we are solving inequalities like equations, I do want you to show work, which means copy the problem down. Show your step, show your answer. Okay, where did we end off yesterday? I think we went...
All-star.
We didn't do all-star. We did like everything except.
We did like the middle road yesterday? I think we did Bo and AJ.
All-star.
Alright, we'll do Brian, then we'll go this way, and then we'll do the back row. Alright, Brian, what do I do to solve?
-3, return negative.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. The directions say solve and graph on 1 through 8.
Really? Wow.
1 through 8. It's easy, but stop pointing. X is greater than negative 7. How do I graph that?
Oh, we had to graph it. Shoot.
Number line, right?
Okay, greater than negative 7. Okay, because it's not equal to, it's an open circle. And greater than goes to the right. Usually this arrow should match that arrow, unless X is on the other side. It doesn't happen very often. Alright, number 3. Manny, what should we do on this one?
We should multiply by 3.
Multiply by 3. Is the inequality going to switch? No, it is not. So the answer is negative 3. X is less than negative 3, so my little graph there. So should the circle be open or closed? And am I going left or right? Left. Number 5, x plus 1 is not equal to. The not equals, you can't really flip this one around. So if you divide by a negative on this, which we won't, nothing happens. Hannah, what should we do to solve this one? -1. Okay, Hannah, do you remember what the graph for that looked like?
I remember.
Yeah.
She gets first crack at it.
So you would put the open circle
Open circle,
and then going both ways.
going both ways, yep. That's it. Number 7. -7x squared. Alright, Lauren, what should we do on this one?
Divide by -2.
What did I do wrong?
Switch to inequality.
Okay, I didn't switch to inequality. When we divide by a negative or multiply by a negative, inequality switches. So should the circle be open or closed? Closed, and am I going left or right? Left. Less than left. See how these two match? Well, some people aren't good with left right. Like every class has people that aren't. You guys know this trick maybe? Left hand looks like an L.
L.
Left, this is left.
I know.
I don't know, maybe, or maybe this might help. We read from left to right, right? So just think how you read, like the left to right. I don't know, that might help. Number 9. Some people are directionally challenged. X plus 18 is less than or equal to. Sophia, what should we do on 9?
Subtract 18.
Okay, do we have to graph these?
No.
No. So, that's it. Very short.
Yeah.
Everybody showing their work?
Yes, sir. That much work.
I might, yeah, it's not a lot. Don't tip me to give you 0. Depends on how cranky I am, how much I punish you.
This generation though.
He said this generation, bro.
I'm JC, but
If only everyone was like Moses. And it would all go. Miranda, what are you laughing about? Okay, Miranda, what would we do to solve this one?
I'm not gonna ask you.
A little bit easy peasy, aren't they? This would have been a better Wednesday assignment.
Would the negative 2 be, would that be a negative 2 or would that just be 2?
Okay, on 6, what would our step be to solve?
Multiply.
Multiply by -2, because you do want to get rid of the negative also. So if you multiply by -2, what needs to happen?
Switches.
Inequality does switch on that one. All right, Jesse, what do we do on this one?
13.
Yeah.
You'll divide both sides by 5.
Okay, does the inequality switch?
No.
And that could, 0 could be an answer. Alright. Yep. 15, let's see where we at. Avery, what should we do on 15? Put it over here. Alright, Moses, 17.
You would divide by -3/4, right?
Yeah. You guys know how to do that without a calculator?
No.
Multiply by.
Switch it and then multiply.
Right. Yeah,
Multiply by -4/3. Looks like this. And also, remember, you can cross cancel. Divide those by 2. So, top times top, bottom times bottom. One of them is negative. So, anyway. -6. Alright, what did I do wrong? I didn't switch to inequality.
My stand.
19. 8/5. Alright, Jackson, what should we do on 19? Divide -2. What's going to happen when we divide by -2? Well, okay, dividing by -2 is like multiplying by -1/2. So really what happens is that 8 just kind of gets cut in half. So it's going to be -4/5. What?
Is greater than.
Yeah. Okay, now, if we were grading this, it would be x is what? -4/5.
Less than.
Right. So another way of writing this, you don't have to do this, but if we were grading it and I said x is less than or equal to -4/5, that would be this. Or you could rewrite it like that. They're the same thing. All right, Abby, what should we do first on number, lost my place, 21? Yeah, let's add the 3 and 4 together, so it'd be m plus 7. Save ourselves a step there. Less than or equal to 5. And then, what would we do? Abby, what would we do to solve? All right. Leah, do you know what we should do first on number 23? Yeah, we put the 10K minus 4K together. And that would just make 6K. And what is 3 squared actually? 9. Not 6. Doesn't mean 3 times 2. It actually means 3 times 3. Anyway, and then Leah, what's our step to solve? Divide the 6. Okay, does 9 divide by 6?
Yeah, the 9.
not nicely, but what should I do though?
Leave it with
Okay, actually I shouldn't leave it like this. Do you guys know why?
it, because it can
You
reduce.
Because it can reduce. If it can reduce, you need to reduce to get full credit. Those are both divisible by 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 6 divided by 3 is 2. Calculator will do it automatically. Some calculators will spit out decimal. Some calculators will spit out a mixed number, which is fine. I'm not going to count it wrong for a decimal either. I don't really like the infinite decimals because you have to round it off, but this would just be 1.5, so it's not a big deal. All right, 25. Write an inequality, this is part of the problem. You need to write the inequality and solve. Then use a word phrase to state your answer. We might, we'll say the word phrase out loud. I don't think I'm going to make you write it down though. I'll explain what they mean. Okay, so it says find all the numbers such that the sum of the number and 25 is less than 82. So Brooke, how would we write that? The sum of the number and 25 is less than 82. You remember what sum meant? S-U-M. Huh? No, sum means addition. So the sum of a number and 25, how would we write that? Yep. N plus 25, and then it says is less than 82. So what should I write for that? The less than symbol. Now this is kind of tricky because is less than, which is what this problem said, is different from the phrase less than, which we've had in previous chapters. It's confusing. Like if I said 5 less than your age, what do I mean? Your age minus 5. If I say 5 is less than your age, what do I mean? 5 is less than. So the is makes a big difference. Remember, is kind of means equals, but it's instead of equals, it's a less than symbol. Anyways, Brooke, what would we do to solve that? Okay. So that's the answer. They wanted us to say something like any number that's less than 57. So like 56 would work, 55. No, I'm going to settle for this. Okay, 27. An elevator is rated with a maximum weight capacity of 750 pounds. Okay, what does that mean? The elevator has a maximum weight capacity of 750 pounds. It's not very much, actually. Maybe it's a really old elevator. You guys know what that means? Case?
If you put more than 750 pounds on the elevator, it'll break.
Could possibly, yes. They're advising you not to, yeah.
This is basically saying, like, less than, like, 750 less than.
Right. I would, yes. If it's kind of saying you can have at most 750, so that would that be less than or equal to? Yeah. Not that there's much difference, but I would say we want to have less than or equal to 750 pounds. And in real life, you know, you wouldn't even want to play with 750 pounds, but. How many teenagers with an average weight of 150 pounds can safely ride the elevator? So, average, how would we write that as a,
150T.
right, 150 pounds times the number of teenagers, like if we had 3 teenagers, it'd be like 450 pounds, 4 teenagers, 600, can fit on if we want to keep it less than or equal to 750. Yeah, that would be it. Brianna, how would we solve this one? How would we solve for T? Yes, divide. Divide away that 150. You guys know how many times 150 goes into? Let's see what they put. They put at most 5 teenagers. And if they jumped up and down, it'd be like they weighed more than 750. Okay, got lots of time left. Guys, I do want you to keep the volume down. You got loud yesterday. I might add on some more problems to keep you busy. Or you can just control your volume. You guys got that? Okay. Bonus? Well, I just threatened to assign extra problems for being noisy. No, this assignment might be too easy for a bonus. You guys can try 36 for bonus. It's not that bad. I think that's kind of what we're doing tomorrow, is kind of like 36. Yep.